So before I start, I am the first speaker. My name is Siti Sarah Bitsok, a 23 years old, third year student, and taking the Bachelor of Science in Social Work. So, Assalamualaikum. Before I will start my topic, I would like to thank Ma'am Cherubin Mena K. Viloria, RSW, MTSW for allowing us to discuss the topic with the title of Advocacy and Social Justice. Thank you for the opportunity. So, the advocacy involves promoting the interest or cause of someone or a group of people. Advocacy is also about helping people find their voice. So, there are three types of advocacy. We have self-advocacy, individual advocacy, and system advocacy. So, when we say self-advocacy, by means understanding your strength and needs, identifying your personal goals, knowing your legal rights. So, sinasabi ko nga that effectively communicate. It intricates, convey, negotiate with his or her own interest or yung desire mo as a tao. Yung needs mo, like for example, sa isang community, may rights ka naman na magreklamo like may problem. So, yung needs na yon, it conveys a lot of negotiate with the health of people so that yung problem na yun sa community is magkaroon ng solusyon. The next is individual advocacy. When we say individual advocacy, is having someone to stand beside you. If you think something is unfair or that someone is treating you badly and you would like to do something to change it. So we have two common forms of individual advocacy. We have informal and formal advocacy. Yung informal naman, ito yung mga taong nakapalibot sa iyo which is include person or group of people na tinitake advantage yung pagka-vulnerable ng tao. So, the next is yung formal advocacy. It involves organization that pay their staff to advocate for someone or for a group of individuals. Yun yung pinagkaiba nila. Next is system advocacy. When we say system advocacy, is about changing policies, law, or rules that impact how someone lives their life. This effort can be targeted at a local, state, or national agency. The focus can be changing law or simply written or unwritten policy. What is targeted? It depends on the type of a problem, who has authority, or the problem. Like for example, sa isang community, kung may batas man tayo, yung mga batas na hindi naman nagagamit, which is pwede naman siyang tanggalin. So, yun yung rights ng isang tao. So, before we continue the next topic, I would like to introduce to you my next guest speaker. She's studying at Collins System Technology, third year student, and she's taking the Bachelor of Science in Social Work. Her name is Zakia Omar to discuss the 5 models of advocacy.
So, there are 5 models of advocacy. Prior considering what work is possible, important to establish the key models of advocacy identified with the literature. What follows is an overview of each model and associated key features. They are mainly categorized into 5. They are self-advocacy. Self-advocacy the individual represent and speak up for themselves with support either individual or collectively. This support can be in a paid or unpaid. Key features include outwards facing model aim of securing services and support for the individuals, and the focus ensuring the person's voice is heard, promotes confidence, skills and knowledge, and protection of individual rights, according to Lowton 2009. So number 2, second, a peer advocacy. The advocate and the person have a common background. For example, they may have shared experiences or services provision, expert by experiences. Peer advocacy can be conducted on an individual or collective basis and often develop spontaneously. For example, in an care homes or daycare center, there are key features include focuses on common problem solving and lessen the imbalance of the power between advocate and their advocacy partner as they have shared experiences and most effectively used with this specific group. For example, people with substance abuse problem of mental health problems, they again prefer advocates with similar experiences. So third one, a volunteer citizen advocacy. Volunteer citizen advocacy involve volunteers paid who are recruited, trained, and matched with an individual, generally on only one at the time. It is involves a one-to-one relationship over an extended period and goes beyond befriending. A volunteer represents the view of person. The partnership is independent support but not influenced by advocacy organization. The key features: the relationship between the advocate and the individual. The partnership is viewed as outcomes and of itself, and the relationship continues regardless of any representing issues. Citizen advocates are supposed to use their own networks as well as community organization to support them to develop their social networks. And fourth one, and independent professional advocacy is a partnership between a paid advocate and person who accesses support. The advocate provides information and representation with the aim of empowering their partner and enabling them to express their needs and choices. This type of advocacy can be undertaken on a short time or long term basis. Long term advocacy work may be required to changing needs over time and complexity of issues. For example, with parents with learning disability involved in the child protection system. The key features include the separation from the form of direct services provision and social work independent governance and independent funding arrangement. Services are directly funded by public bodies but via other indirect means such as pooled budget and free from conflict of interest individual rather than the group advocacy. Support often provided on a special basis and capacity treatment of for mental disorder, child protection issues, or for specific group and families and or cares according to Townsley et al. 2009. The last one, non-constructed advocacy. Advocacy can be provided those who are for reason to capacity unable to personally construct their advocate. This may be because of the person limitation in grasping concept or because they are not able to make others understand their wishes because of significant communication barriers. Capacity of to construct, instruct, or understand can be diminished for a number of reasons. For example, mental health problems, dementia, acquired brain injury, or learning disabilities. However, it should be noted that having one of these conditions does not automatically means a person lacks capacity. An advocate will be observed the partner and their situation. Look for alternative means for communication with partner, gather information for significance others in the partner's life. If appropriate, and ensure the partners' rights are upheld. Their key features include a focus on upholding the person's rights, ensuring the fair treatment of access to services, and making certain that decisions are taken with consideration for individual unique preferences and perspectives. Using at last resort of only when all other attempts communicating and understanding adult wishes have failed, trying out a range of method of communication to ensure the person wishes are cleared. This using a number of core qualities of life domains together with relevant legislation to make comparison and consider what quality of life or experience would be usual and acceptable to general population. So, salamat. Yun lang po.
So, thank you very much, Ms. Zaki Omar, for sharing the 5 models of advocacy. And now let's proceed on social justice. So, the social justice is the idea that everyone that treated fairly and have an equal opportunity in our society. It means that everyone, no matter what their race, gender, or economic status, should have access to basic human rights. Hindi lang tayo nag-advocate for people. We wanted to also uplift them by using social action so that they can choose whatever they want as long as it's consider respect to anyone. So social justice also means working to eliminate discrimination. This can include fighting against racism, sexism, and homophobia. In order to achieve social justice, should individual and communities need to work together to also create a fair and justice society. This can involve advocating for policy changes o yung mga batas or rules sa isang community na hindi naman nagagamit. So, like for example, yung mga no smoking or huwag magtapon sa kung saan-saan. So, yun yung mga minsan nakikita natin na policy na hindi naman nagagamit. So, we need to gather them. We need to recalibrate their minds. Baka may magtanong na naman dyan. We need to also teach them to have that. So, yung problema sa committee is masolusyonan. So, yun. So, also, social justice, it's involved, yun nga sabi ko, advocating for policy changes, supporting organization to promote social justice, and standing up against injustice while we see it. That's all. Thank you.